Hello. Today we're gonna be reacting to Rocket Tail by Kate Bush. So this is a song suggestion by Tommy D. So he's one of our new Patreons. He's doing 6 songs a month. And the song that he suggested me, like I say, is gonna be Kate Bush. But in this song, it features David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, as well as the famous Bulgarian folk singer, the trio Bulgarka. Okay. Okay, so we're looking forward to some amazing musicians doing, being in this song. So a little bit that Tommy wrote about this is the, let's see, I do hope that you will be able to get to the Kate Bush song Rocket Tail. I think you will enjoy it and find the whole composition of it very interesting. In the way she not only did she write the song, but she was also the producer, as she has been for every album since The Dreaming in 1982, having been co-producer on her 1980 album Never Go Forever, the album that included Breathing. For Rocketel, she worked with both David Gilmour and the famous Bulgarian folk trio, the trio Bulgarka, but she did not speak any Bulgarian and they did not speak any English, so they communicate to each other solely through music by making suggestions to each other and showing that they thought about each phrase and how it might be worked best. Okay, this is super interesting. In 2019, one music journalist who a retrospective review about the album containing Rockestyle, The Sensual World, 1999, and he said that even though 30 years have elapsed, the song still sounds like a miracle. A miracle happening in your ears as if you are only truly hearing for the first time. Thanks again for taking the time to get in touch. So I'm very excited. Okay, so we have three big artists here. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know about the trio. But that section where they communicate just through English, through music is such a interesting thing to imagine, right? You're making music with someone that you cannot communicate just with music. It's in some way it's just it's a beautiful way to create music with someone, and that's obviously super fancy. So I don't know how super catchy. Obviously, music is a universal language, and probably here is a good example of why it's a universal language. Of course, music is a universal language. You and I, everywhere in the world, people connect with music, and probably whatever music I like, I know for sure that someone else in the world like whatever music I like. Even if you create something, you always gonna find someone that is gonna love whatever you do, whatever you think that is good or bad. Believe me, you always gonna find someone that love your music. That's why when I begin to do compositions, I stop looking to create the perfect composition. I was just all the time thinking, oh my God, people are gonna like this. And then in the end, I decided to, follow whatever I wanted. Just let it go, finish the music, and then you know what? One day someone is gonna like what I did, and I'm not gonna say that. In other words, it's like love, right? Anyway, I'm talking too much. So this is super interesting. Probably it's a 4 or 5 minute of me talking right now, but I'm just gonna go to the reaction. It's 4 minutes the song, so I just needed to read that and I needed to express that beautiful moment of me reading that, which it was super interesting. So Tommy, thank you so much for this suggestion. So again, a classical musician, I'm gonna react to this without stopping, right? So that's how my first reaction is gonna be, and then at the end I give you an analysis, first impression, thing that caught my attention. I will do theory, history, whatever I can come with. But yeah, let's do it. Hmm. So what's the bendings? That's the bass from Kate Bush, yeah. So interesting, actually. Okay, that was very interesting. That was very interesting. I always find Kate Bush to be a little. She is very experimental. Yeah, she is. She is very experimental. I would say that was, of course, I. You can feel the David, Gilmour, all those bendings, and somehow you can feel that Pink Floyd, there. Obviously, you can hear the bass. It's so Kate Bush, but also I see the trio. I listen to the trio. That introduction with Kate Bush is so. They were. It's so like. I would say it's crazy, and it's just because while they were singing in harmony, there was there was no form that they were following, and then we begin with the music, and of course, we hear the, it became very nicely, and things get a little bit more form, and then um, I don't know if in the background is the trio following, or I don't know if it's a keyboard. It's very weird, but of course, then we begin with the pendings, and things are a little bit more, more relaxed, right? Still, there's a lot of things happening, some weird laughings, and super interesting, I would say. I'm obviously she's a producer, so she decided like what's happening, right? But at the same time, it's sure she's a composer. I just wondering how do they do this? How she does this? I'm gonna begin from the beginning. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. We have the trio. When I don't know what type of trio was it. I thought that it was just a trio of instrument, but it seems that it's a trio of voice. Of course, I don't know the trio, but now I see. Of course, we have Kate Bush voice. It's very difficult to connect both of them, like, because obviously the trio is singing in a way, and then Kate Bush is singing in her way, and then again, because all of it sound very well harmonized, but it doesn't connect somehow. It's so interesting. Yeah, again, I'm sorry. When you hear this voice from the trio, it's so out of what we're losing. We're gonna begin to listen with Kate Bush. So it's such a interesting take. Yeah, I feel that it's like two different things, but connecting somehow, no forms. I feel sometimes that it's like two different songs. It's so weird. I know. It's like listening to different styles. They're two different styles, and connecting it. It's so, it's incredible. And they do also connect somehow, but again, because of the style of voice is so different, that again they are connected, because obviously when you listen to this part, there's like spaces and everything in between, and they do the same, they follow the same music symbols and everything, but at the same time it's weird. You see that? Para bam. They follow together, but because of the style of voice is so different. And then also you have Kate Bush singing something with different lyrics, and then we have the other people following something different. Yeah, it's like hearing a trio singing something, but then also Kate Bush is singing at the same time. It's so interesting, this intro. Sometimes it doesn't even connect harmonically, actually. Sometimes harmonically we go to a lot of atonal areas. Yeah, harmonically sometimes we don't even connect. Yeah. Yeah, but they are connected in some way. But again, harmonically, sometimes we also miss the important triad or whatever. Yeah. Here we connect harmonically. It's very difficult to follow this, actually. But they follow the same like tempo, like they follow musical structures together, but I cannot find the word. They follow the same like time of notes or whatever, right? But harmonically, sometimes we get there together, but a lot of the time we just Kate's down, they up, the different style of voice. It's just make it very difficult to follow actually. It does sound sometimes it does sound a little bit Renaissance. Oh no, in medieval before Renaissance. I'll say late medieval. Which it was 1400 down. I think that is, I don't remember. But sometimes it does feel like late medieval. Yeah. And then here we have we enter with a beautiful harmony. And then let me see how they do this transition. We have then, and we enter the way that she finished, and then Kate Bush stay that note that she's doing, then ta pa 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 pa. We enter to a harmony, but you know what the other voices do? Pa 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 pa. Ooh. So they enter pa 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 pa. So yeah, we enter to a very nice. It's a nice transition. Obviously, we enter to a now more harmony bass. Oh, but I love what they follow with the voice in the back, which sometimes it felt a little bit electronical, but it is their voices, but their voices now produce a little bit more effects. I love it. Pa, pa, pa. But again, I think that their voices, while they're there, Kate Bush did put some effect to make it sound very like Ghost. So now, what Kate Bush and the other singer are doing, with now that we have more form in it, now sounds, now you can follow a little bit better what's happening. Again, I feel that you can hear a lot of weird stuff, but now everything is makes sense. That's what I think. And then I hear that bass. That's the Kate Bush bass, I call it. That's how that bass that sound like that, yeah. So again, that trio have an interesting voice, and it's such a different from what is, it's very different to what the other things that are happening. It's such a interesting combination, I have to say. Yeah. Out of here. You know, it's now you hear a lot of very interesting things, but all of them are, you know, they enter very. It's all well in tune. I like it, and it's so interesting. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about the guitar. Let's see what else I can add. yeah, so, obviously the guitar solo with a lot of feelings. Nothing too virtuosic. I think that the virtuosic part is putting the right note to all this composition. Oh, that change there. So again, what I think completely is that um, this is a really interesting, very experimental composition by Kate Bush. I think that she is not scared to make music in her own way, and yeah, this can be that introduction. It can be it can be difficult for normal listener to follow. I had to like probably listen like 3 or 4 times to be able to catch a little bit more form to it. But once the music begin with the electric guitar and everything make more sense. Yeah, still there's a lot of Kate Bush areas where things get funny, but everything everything makes sense. What I want to say, it's just that introduction is very very experimental, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful, and it's even more beautiful that she put together 3 different styles of music. And when I say 3 different, is that we had I think that a Bulgarian, I think that is the trio, which is such a different type of music than her voice, and then we have obviously the Pink Floyd rock. So it's just a combination of 3 different things for me, and creating music with it, and more than music is creating something different. So that's very admirable, and I appreciate that as a musician. I appreciate that as a musician because it gave me a lot of surprises, and I love surprises. So Tommy, thank you so much for this suggestion. I really appreciate. It's always great to listen to new music, and Kate Bush have in this reaction a little piece of my heart, just because again the first time that I listened to her was through the reaction, and then also because she is a powerful woman that is not scared to put her ideas, and she's the producer of all these years, and it seems that she have a big community of followers that really appreciate what she does. So that's very admirable, I have to say. So that's my reaction. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do, right? But other than that, also you can write your comments about my opinion, if you agree with me or not. I'm okay with whatever you want to say. I always respect other people, right? Be respectful, but it's all good, I appreciate your comments. So see you in the next one. Take care.